We are back at the Golden Nugget in downtown Las Vegas for the Sports Betting Spotlight, Las Vegas Review-Journal, NFL Week 5, College Football Week 6. I'm joined by Kelly Stewart at Kelly in Vegas and Aaron Kessler, Golden Nugget Sportsbook Manager, in for Tony Miller, who's not feeling well today. You worried about Big Tony?
I think he's going to be okay.
All right, that's okay. Let's get to 3 plays and the best bet for everybody here at the table. Try to get things turned around. You had a good week last week, even though you had a sick push on the Georgia-Tennessee game.
I had a gross push on that game. I had a gross push on Minnesota. And then I had a gross beat by your lovely Cowboys against the Niners.
Yeah, that was not good. I was on that too. All right, first play for Kelly, Navy plus 17. Second play, BC plus 17, and Bengals minus 1. Playing a big favorite this week.
You know me, I love the big chalk.
Don't play many favorites. Aaron Kessler, Texas Tech plus 7.5, Tennessee plus 6.5, and Redskins plus 4. And my first 3 will be Maryland minus 1.5, Chargers plus 3.5, and Kelly and I agree on Bengals minus 1. So Kelly, why do you like Navy plus 17 against Houston?
I don't know if I necessarily like Navy that much. It's more of a bet against Houston. I backed Navy last week versus the Air Force, and their running game just got completely shut down. They were forced to go to the air early. As you guys know, Houston bettors got if you bet them early at 27.5, you got the cash. Everybody else cashed on UConn. I think this line's just a little bit inflated. If Navy can get their run game back, slow down the clock, I think this is like a 2-touchdown game.
All right, we'll see if Hurricane Matthew affects that game at all. Did that enter your handicapping this week, looking at the weather situation?
I didn't pay too much attention to it, and one of my buddies played the UCF game, and it already got postponed. Other than that, it doesn't really affect any of my other games, I don't think.
All right, Friday night you've got BC plus 17, and that's is that a tricky spot for Clemson?
I think it is a tricky spot for Clemson. I don't anticipate this to be a really exciting game. As you guys know, Clemson just knocked off Louisville, so they're sky high, and then they're just, going to Boston just to play this Boston College team. I think they're going to keep it close. Tigers are going to just skate by. They've failed to cover their last 3 in Chestnut Hill.
All right. And Bengals minus 1 at Dallas, and the Cowboys have not been good at home the past couple years.
Yeah, they haven't been good at home, and I'm a little angry about last week, but I'm trying not to let that take into consideration of why I'm playing against. We all know Dak is a stud. 131 passes, no interceptions. Ezekiel Elliott's running the ball great. This is more of a play against the Cowboys. They haven't really played a whole lot of great quarterbacks. I am higher on Andy Dalton than most people. A.J. Green is going to tear up that secondary. Last week against the Dolphins, we didn't see a whole lot, lots of field goals. I think we'll see a little bit more from this Bengals offense this week, and the Bengals defense is going to be able to shut down Dak a little bit better. Who knows? He may even get his first interception this week.
I like that analysis. It's actually, this is the best defense the Cowboys will have faced to date. Right before the show, Kelly had a big fan club over here. A lot of guys want to come up, talk to Kelly, get her autograph. Aaron, where's your fan club?
I have no fan club.
You don't have a fan club?
I'm Aaron's fan club.
Okay, well,
there you go.
Let's get it started. You go 4-0 this week, that'll change. Texas Tech plus 7.5. You're going to be opposite somebody here at the table on this play.
Nothing personal to any of the K-State Wildcat fans out there, but this is one of those games you're going to see a lot of teams scoring, and first team to 40 might not get there. But I feel that this game will be decided on the last possession. If it's going to come down to the last possession, give me the team that's getting 7.5.
All right, how about the team getting 6.5? That's Tennessee at Texas A&M.
My preseason rating had Tennessee the number 4 team in the country. They can't get out of their own way in the first halves, but they're so good in the second half that I'm having trouble discounting them at all. So I'm going to keep riding Tennessee until there's reason not to. A&M's a solid team, but getting all these points, I'll take it.
Okay, Redskins getting 4 points at Baltimore against the Ravens team that's played close game week after week.
Well, there you have it. They've played close games. They've played nobody. The Redskins aren't a great team. The Ravens might be the worst 3-1 team I've ever seen. I just think this team is awful. And the Redskins can put up points. They'll be in this game. Will they cover the 4? My wallet hopes so.
I guess I saw on Pro Football Focus today that the Ravens were ranked their number 2 team in the NFL. Aaron's not buying that.
That's aggressive. I think they're rather fraudulent. Not as fraudulent as the team that just beat them last week, though.
I don't think the Ravens are the number 2 team in the AFC North.
Ooh.
Wow. I got the Ravens to win that division. We'll see how it turns out. All right, first play would be Maryland. I was ahead of the curve on this team last week. Laid 10 against a pathetic Purdue team. Maryland got there 50-7. James Franklin's got major issues at Penn State. Nittany Lions extremely lucky to win last week against a mediocre Minnesota team at home. This was a one-point game last season. Penn State got the win. Maryland goes in there this year and gets the win. This is the most improved team in the Big Ten, the Terps. Chargers plus 3.5 at Raiders. I think you're going to see Oakland be a poor home team and a very good road team. Raiders right now 3-0 on the road. The Chargers, really, if you look at it, are a few plays away from being 4-0. Blown some big leads, choked down the stretch. I think the Chargers in a division game are going to come fired up to Oakland this week, and if not pull off the upset, this game's going to the wire again. Take 3.5. And every reason Kelly gave for taking the Bengals, I concur. So no reason to repeat it. I like Bengals -1 at Dallas. Kelly, your best bet, K-State -7.5.
Everybody knows me. I'm a K-State fan. It's obviously no surprise. This is not me backing K-State here. K-State as chalk is not near as good as K-State as a dog. But I'm not backing K-State here. I'm betting against the Texas Tech defense that giving up 507 yards per game. Kansas State's defense is within the top 5 in the country. Whether I want our defensive coordinator fired or not, it's hard to argue against that. Completely beside the point. I don't care who their quarterback is. K-State should not have lost that game again in Morgantown last week. If you watched it, poor coaching, poor clock management, missed field goal. Let's forget about that week. They beat the bricks off Texas Tech.
Bad loss. Wildcats gave that away last week at West Virginia.
Gross.
All right, Texas, Oklahoma, Red River shootout here. Texas. Charlie Strong's under a lot of pressure here, but last year he pulled off the upset win as a 17-point dog, but you're going to play this over 73.
Yeah. You always learn in sports betting that when something seems too good to be true, it probably is. I don't think that's the case here. You've got two defenses who really don't impress me. I think TCU is not a great team, and they shredded Oklahoma a little. Texas's offense is very strong, despite what you think about their defense. Kicking game has some issues. Texas can't stop anybody. That defense is made of wet paper. Oklahoma is going to have a hard time not hanging 60 on this bunch. I see this game scoring an absolutely massive amount of points, probably in the 90s.
All right, sounds good. And you don't have to worry about weather in Dallas, it looks like, this weekend. Best bet for me is going to be Tennessee. Also a play that Aaron had, Tennessee plus 6.5. Texas A&M's got a great pass rush, but that really doesn't matter against Tennessee and its rushing offense. I think the Vols are going to neutralize that with their ground attack this week. If they can overcome the slow start, like Aaron said, I see Tennessee winning this game. Butch Jones, not my favorite coach in the world, not a great tactician, but I think this A&M team is slightly overrated, and 6.5 is too high a number here. To me, this is a coin flip game on who wins straight up, so take 6.5. So for Aaron Kessler here at the Golden Nugget and Kelly Stewart and her fan club, that is the Sports Betting Spotlight from the Golden Nugget NFL Week 5.